What's up, party people? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, hey, hey!
Hello, beautiful people. The Girl
Hi.
Talk panel is back for just. It's not going to be too long of a video. We'll see. We agreed, so we're not going to hold you guys too long. We agreed on 30, 40 minutes max, so we'll see how it goes. But we pretty much just wanted to come back on YouTube to have little mini discussions, let you guys join in, maybe ask some questions, let us read your comments, things like that. We're going to do a recap of our most recent and actually our first Girl Talk that we did in August at the international convention. That went really well. And if anybody is watching right now and had attended the Girl Talk, we do want to greatly thank you for showing up and being a part, because it really was a great experience, not just for us as a panelist, but for everybody else who got to just be there, witness it, join in on the discussions and things like that. So it was a great experience, and we got a lot of great feedback. So you guys already know we're gonna do it again. We don't exactly have a date yet, but when we do, we will let you guys know. So what we're gonna do right now is we're just going to pretty much not introduce, but to check in with the panelists. Unfortunately, Vicky is not able to be with us at this moment in time, but Monique, Destiny, and Esther are here with us, and we're all just going to kind of loop past the mic and just check in, kind of just share things that are going on in our lives right now, our mindsets, jobs and school or whatever have you, just like a nice, good old-fashioned girl talk. I will not be starting. Someone else can start.
I guess I'll start. Life update. Okay. Life is going good. I've been blessed a lot recently. I guess what I will share is that business wise, I still have my own business. I reached my 1 year anniversary since I launched my website like 2 weeks ago. So super excited. Not launched my website, but since I officially like got my EIN through the government and stuff. So that was like 2 weeks ago. So that happened, and then of course right now I'm in the middle of a rebrand. So just stay tuned if you are not subscribed to my email list for Casa by Des. I suggest you do, because Casa by Des may no longer be Casa by Des, and you don't want to be the person to miss out because you're not on the email list. So definitely subscribe to that and stay tuned for more updates on my business. And yeah, I'm excited to be back with all the girls again. And that's just an update for me.
I can go next. So for me, I actually took a long, kind of extended break, at least for me, just from social media. I've just been consuming a little bit more than creating the content. And I just wanted to get settled into one of my other jobs that I have. So thank the Lord that He blessed me with another job. I'm able to work in this wealthy family's house and share their stories, talk about like their art and all the things that they collected. And I'm just a lot more happier right now. So I thank God for that. I get to wake up and go to somebody's house, a garden, and see all the lovely things. I've been cooking different gourmet type of meals to give myself that experience at home. And I've been feeling a lot more inspired lately. So stay tuned for some more content coming from me, because I'm going to get this business further, Lord willing. So including God in it and all of that. So I'm really excited for that. And I came from a really good rehearsal today. So I feel really good about the new song, and I'm just excited. So yeah.
Awesome. That's lovely. I will go next. So, for the month of September, a lot has happened in the life of Estelina. So, not only did I celebrate another year of life, thank God, but I went to Europe for the first time in my whole life, and it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I want to live out there, y'all. I really do. I do. I highly suggest that everyone Go there, experience it, even if it's just one time. It was an amazing experience for me, and I'm looking forward to going back to over there for Germany for next year. But what else do I want to share with y'all? Oh, currently, I know I look type crazy because I don't have a nice background like everybody else. I'm on my way back home from Philly because we just had a musicians workshop for First Church. So, any sisters who are interested in playing instruments, being a part of First Church musicians, learning how to do songwriting or anything like that, I highly recommend that you attend one of these workshops if you can make it to headquarters. The next one will be November 11th, so keep it on your radar. You can reach out to me individually if you need more details. But yeah, I'm all over the place. Work is jumping out with recruiting. I feel like I've barely even been in my own bed. But life has been good. It's been good all around, experiencing new things, meeting new people, just the way I like it. So yeah, that's it for me.
All right, and I'll be the last one. So let's see. All right, so backtracking. Um, Earlier on this month, it was my first time going to DC, and that was actually really fun because I've never been to DC before, and I did not expect it to be so pretty. I was like in shock. I was like, wow, like it's really nice over in these parts. So it was a great experience, even though I only got to be there for like 2 days, 48 hours. But I'll definitely have to go back when the weather's nicer again. And pretty much after that, I've just been working. I started work, and for those of you who don't know, I work in an elementary school, and I work with a lot of special ed classes, and I work with some amazing teachers. It's been a great first month so far, but it's also been very tiring and very stressful. So that's when the self care comes in. So I even got my candle burning right there because it's just I needed a self care day. I really did. So I've just been chilling. Still have a lot of work to do because similarly to Destiny, I also am rebranding, and I even talked to Destiny like when I was first thinking about it, and she kind of helped like affirm like, "Nay, you need to do this. You're good. You're gonna do this." So thank you, Destiny. Much love for that. But I've just been in the process of rebranding slowly but surely. I'm getting there, and I did a lot of work today. But yeah, I will no longer be culture risk aesthetic either for much longer. So if you have not subscribed to my mailing list as well, you might want to do that because one day you're going to Google CWA and it's not going to be there. But other than that, life's been pretty good. I'm very, very, very involved in my church's temple that I go to at Pine Bush. And so even just as a youth captain and just as someone who like does a lot of events in the church, I feel like I'm always busy and I'm always like on the phone with somebody or emailing somebody or planning this or planning that. But it's all with good intention, and I love every bit of it. So that's pretty much where I've been, and we're gonna transition over into any social media updates that Destiny or Esther has to share with the viewers right now, as far as Instagram goes.
Destiny, do you want to talk or you want to?
You can go ahead. I just wanted to say I don't think we're live. I've been trying to text the group chat, but it's
Yeah.
not on your
So
YouTube channel.
yeah, so I sent an email out to you because I'm actually going live from my phone. And so
Mm.
I didn't want to text you back because the stream probably would have ended.
Okay.
I didn't know how like deep we were gonna go into. I didn't know if it was gonna be surface level or deep, so that's why I marked it as unlisted. So anybody that got the link, they got the link. But if you want it to be public, I can make it public.
Okay. Um, Nay, what do you want to do? Because I know my sisters are like, I can't see it. It's not on her channel. So,
Oh, then that's fine. We can make it public because I think for the topics that we have planned for today, we should be good for today.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
That's why I sent y'all the link so y'all could send it to whoever y'all wanted to come.
I thought it was a public link. That's why I posted it on the YouTube channel. I mean, on the Instagram. I'm sorry. Hi,
Yeah,
Amanda, if you're watching this.
yeah, it's fine. But I'm just saying, like with unlisted, it means like it's still public. It's just not searchable. So like if you send the link to
Uh,
anybody, like they can see it. But yeah,
I'll send them a link then.
but I can make it public. Do you want me to make it public?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right,
Yeah.
be working on it over here.
All right.
I think
We
she's
love
gonna have to
you.
change her name to tech support again.
I know.
I love that.
Oh goodness. But while most getting that situated, we can talk a little bit about social media right now. So for those of you who aren't aware, we do have an Instagram page. It is the Girl Talk Pod underscore. I think
Uh-huh.
I'm a mess. Yes, it is the Girl Talk Pod underscore. So you can find us on Instagram. We definitely post quotes, helpful tips, hacks, videos, reels, and everything, just to kind of keep all of our sisters in the mindset of working on certain things and just being that motivation and encouragement to everyone while we can't be together in person, kind of a thing. So, like, just a way to stay connected, you know, and then get excited for the next time that we can all be in person. So, Lord's willing, for this upcoming month, we'll be focusing on friendship. So, if you're really interested in that topic, stay tuned for our post, engage, see our stories, and of course, if you have any questions regarding friendship at all, please DM us. We would be more than happy to have that, talk about it, and if we needed to, we could do a live with one or two of us to answer some really good questions. So yeah, and then also because we want to show much love to our supporters, I have we've been noticing how many people interact with our posts, and there have actually been quite a few consistent people. But I did want to break down the list to about 5 because I don't want it to be extensive. So first, shout out to Addison underscore Banks. Thanks, girl. She is always hearting our posts, our stories, staying engaged. Same thing with Rachel Gasper. Love you, girl. Renee Williams 957. Love X Tams and Miss Desha Tutoring Co. Thank you all for being a great support to the Girl Talk Pod. We appreciate it. And for everyone else who's been a big help, big supporters, encouraging, engaging with our posts, we see you, we hear you, and look forward because on the next live, you might be one that's being shouted out as well. So yeah, that's it for the social media update.
Thank you, Esther. Destiny, is there anything else you wanted to add? Or are we good with social media?
I think that's all. Esther pretty much covered all the bases.
Okay, great. All right. Now to the juicy part. All right. So, because we are going to be, Lord's willing, uh, we will be going to start doing posts for friendships on our social media. We wanted to take this time during our live to maybe discuss some topics that we've come up with for you guys, and then also after we're done discussing those bullet points, then anybody who's watching, if you have any questions and you'd want to ask, we would love to discuss that with you or to answer briefly. So the first topic question, and we can go in the same order that we did before. So Destiny, Monique, Esther, and then me. That works. So our first topic question: what's one big piece of advice that you have about friendship? Anything and everything.
Um, One big piece of advice I would say is pray for friends. I think that's the best piece of advice I can give because no matter what you think you need and what you think you want, at the end of the day, God's going to give you what's best for you. And when you put God in it, He'll truly give you great, amazing friends who are there to build you up and help you progress in life and move forward and succeed as a woman. So that's my biggest piece of advice would be to pray for friends.
And I would say, like, underneath of that, for me, I think one of the biggest ones is just being able to connect. Like, that's really important, finding some way to connect with that other person. Because if it's just a type of relationship that's built on, oh, like, I like doing this, or we go to the same church, or we happen to work together, it's not a realistic type of connection. Like, you need, it's not to say you gotta share your entire life story or your deepest darkest secrets, but if you're able to find a way to, like, understand and connect with each other, then your friendship will go a lot further when it's built on something real.
That because my biggest piece of advice to anyone who is trying to build a friendship and for it to be natural and organic is honestly it's to be vulnerable, being able to connect with the person like Mo said, but taking it a little bit further and getting in touch with both of your emotions, your feelings, the things that you're going through, even the hard things, like talking about all of it, whether it's between both of you or like situations that happened in the past. Because I promise you from experience, I noticed that when I was able to become more vulnerable with the people I call my friends, our relationships got tighter, like the bond got stronger, and I was able to really see that they were there for me. I just had to let them in, kind of thing. So that's really big.
All right. So we have pray, we have connect, and we had vulnerable. And my pointer has to be honesty. Like, that's like the number one biggest thing for me. I think it derives from a part of me because I'm just a very honest and blunt person to a fault. And so I have to have that when it comes to connecting and being friends and building a friendship with anybody. If I feel like someone is not being honest with me, there's no way I can connect with them on a deeper level because to me, things just is going to seem surface level. But the minute you open up and the minute you are able to be honest with not just them but with yourself, I think that that's where there's a lot of growth. And we all need to grow in relationships. You can't just stay in one place. You got to keep growing like a flower. So that's my biggest pointer for relationships. Thank you, ladies, for that. Our second topic question that we have is less more. So the beauty in having and valuing a close and small circle of friends. What are the advantages? What's the beauty in having such a nice close circle of friends in your life?
I love this question. um, I've never had a lot of friends, so I've always been one to have a close knit group of friends. And I think there's so much beauty in having a close knit group of friends. It doesn't mean that you're not sociable or that you're not popular, or not that those things even matter, but for some people they do. But I think the beauty in having a close group of friends is that you know that what you share, like we're talking about that honesty, that vulnerability, and that connection, when you share those things with someone, you know that it's not going to go anywhere because you're so close and you know that you've only shared this information with one or two or four people. And you know that you guys have established a certain level of trust and communication. And you know that when everything hits the fan, or if it hits the fan, you can count on these select few people to be there with you and to be there for you and to kind of hold you up when you can't hold yourself up sometimes. And I think, yeah, I love having a close group of friends. It's really it's been part of my makeup since I was younger, and I think that is the most beautiful thing I have ever experienced is my friendships. And because I have so few friends, um, I can truly have like special connections with these people, and see our friendships grow throughout the years and how we started versus how we are now. As opposed to what I imagine to be, if you have a lot of friends, it's just like I don't even know, like how we even, you can have those memories of when we actually met, and sometimes you don't, but you just have a connection with them. But like you can see how it was when you first started being friends versus now. And now I guess I call them sisters. I don't even call them friends anymore. I call them sisters.
Hey.
So yeah, that's my long-winded response.
Yeah, so I love what Destiny said about that because I definitely can identify with that, like having a close knit group of friends. But the way that I interpret my friendships is that there are different tiers. And it's not to say that, like, oh, this person is better than this person. It's just that I have a stronger connection with them. Like, I might see them every week or I might talk to them on the phone every single day. Whereas there's somebody else that I'm friends with, we don't really talk that much, but like the love is still there, it's still real. So I have like friendships like at different tiers, I would say, for that. And the way that I try to treat other people is the way I want to be treated, not to be cliche, but my parents definitely like just taught me like the value of, being respectful to other people. And of course I learned it in church, like how to be respectful. And I just really try hard to make sure that each person that I'm friends with like feels seen, they feel heard. So it's like even if, I'm stressed out or I'm just really busy, like I'll try to like, go back in my head, like maybe I look at their Instagram stories and see like, oh, maybe they might not be having a good day or they might have something, going on, something to be excited about. So I try to show up for them in that way. So it's just different levels. Like some people I might go out to eat with, other people, I may just have an Instagram relationship with because like in my line of work with social media marketing, like that's what we are taught is to make sure that like our customers feel seen and heard, like our people that we're friends on Facebook with or people that um they follow us. Like we just really try hard to build a community because it's not just because like, oh, like we need to sell our products or we need to make money at the end of the day, but it's like no, at the end of the day, like it's another person behind that screen. So that's why I'm always asking my audience a lot, like, what do you need help with, like are you okay, like what do you want me to talk about, things like that. And I just try to be a resource for those for everybody. So regardless if you're a friend in passing or you're a very close friend and we're crying and snotting and eating ice cream together, like there are different levels for me essentially.
It's the crying and snotting for me.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta be in the trenches.
Okay, so I definitely would mostly agree with Destiny. That's where my value is when it comes to having small relationships and small circle of friends, because of the fact that to me I believe less really is more. I'm able to have deeper connections with a few people instead of spreading myself out over a lot of different people. And naturally, I'm an introvert, so having that small base is important for me. Like I can do without the whole large group of people. Like I can be friendly to a lot of people, but like for me to call somebody my actual friend and stuff, it's literally a small knit group kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I got to say about that one.
I almost, y'all, excuse me. I almost unmuted myself, but I'm already unmuted. Okay.
Wonderful.
To piggyback, off of Esther, I love having a small group of friends because, like Esther and I think even Destiny mentioned, I'm very introverted. Like I'm so introverted, it's not even funny. And so I spent a lot of my youth and especially in like high school, I didn't have a lot of friends, but that was mainly by choice because at that time, being in first church and stuff, you just don't really have the desire to be around certain fools anymore, foolish people. So like I was just kind of doing my own thing, like researching business ideas. Like I was doing all that when I was young. So kind of having the small amount of friends that I do have now, it means that I took the time to get to know these people. If they're my friends, like that took time to like develop. It didn't just happen overnight. And I think that's the beauty of having such a close knit group of friends, because as Destiny even mentioned, like I don't even call them friends. Like at this point, like you're my sister, you know, you're my brother. And I know some people use that term loosely, but I definitely do not. If I'm calling you my sister or my brother, like I definitely mean it with all sincerity, because at this point you're not just a friend that comes from a different family. You pretty much are like blood to me at this point. Like you might as well just be my cousin from down the street. It's like we're that close. So to me it's just it's a beautiful thing to have a close group of friends. And I'm saying especially for me, because when I get comfortable, and I like, I'm not gonna use the word ratchet, but I can be a big goofball sometimes. And we don't really do that around like acquaintances or like basic friends. But when you're around your really comfortable people, everything starts coming out. And I think that's what makes it more genuine and just very special. So that's what I have to say about the matter. So thank you, ladies, for that. Our next question. So this is our last topic question, number 3. What's one flaw in a past or current friendship that you want to warn the ladies about?
Okay. I would say burnout. I know everybody talks about burnout from like jobs and stuff, but one thing I've experienced in friendships is burnout. And not in the sense of my friends were overbearing and I don't want to be their friend anymore. In the sense of trying to carry them on my shoulders or them carry me on their shoulders, and we had a lot on our plates already, and you can't pour into someone when you're half empty yourself. So I would say an important part of friendship is setting boundaries and being understanding so that you won't get burnout and that you always have time for your friends whenever there is, something going on with them and you have something going on with you, they can vice versa, they can be there for you. But if you just pour into someone all the time, you're just pouring, pouring, pouring and not considering them and not considering their time frame, their lifestyle, you can experience friendship burnout. And you just want to make sure that you're mindful of your friend's time and your own time, and just you know in order to truly love and take care of someone, you have to take care of yourself as well. So that's one thing I would say to be aware of, is just making sure you set those boundaries and you communicate so that when they need a helping hand or they need you to be there for them, you can actually be there because you're well taken care of. And if something is bothering you, you can do the same to them, reach out to them, and you won't be pouring your whole life into them without them having space for you in that time frame. And there's nothing wrong with that. So there's nothing wrong with boundaries. I guess that was like in a nutshell kind of what I was trying to say.
Yeah, that's definitely like a top flaw. Not the boundaries being the flaw, but I guess the lack of boundaries. That's definitely was a flaw that I had, because I would let a lot of things slide because I'm just like friends, and I'm like, we love each other. If I say anything, our friendship will explode and there will be nothing left. And it wasn't that deep. Like, I had to learn to start saying, like, hey, this does not make me feel good, or I really didn't like that. And so, um, if your friend is mature enough, they will be able to take it. So also just finding like the right timing, because sometimes you might want to talk about something and then your friend is just not in the headspace to hear that right now. So it's just like having being able to identify or be like, hey, when can we meet? I want to talk about X, or I want to reevaluate X. Like that will help. And I just have another one that I want to share. Is definitely like not paying attention, because sometimes, like, if our friends like share with us like a story and say we're on our phone, we might be on Instagram, or we might just be trying to take care of something else, and it's like we completely zone out. Like, I know I do that sometimes, and I've been working very hard on that, because people, like I said earlier, people want to feel seen and they want to feel heard. So if you can just take a couple extra minutes just to like really just listen to what your friend has to say, you never know, like that conversation might help you in your friendship with them later in time, just as something simple like knowing things that they like. It's just so like you can be thoughtful, because that's something I like doing for my friends. Like if I think about something, or I'll see something, out there, um, at a store or something, I'd be like, oh, so and so likes that. Let me get that for them. And like just seeing the joy on their face is definitely priceless, because it's like, wow, like you actually listened to me when I said I needed that type of thing. So definitely those are like top flaws that you want to like watch out for and just be aware of.
Yes, I definitely agree. Destiny and Mo hit on some really good ones. Yeah, I'm getting dark about a minute. Y'all can only see the teeth. This is crazy. Let there be like Leah's driving. She might go first. So as long as she's okay, I'm good.
I
Anyway.
cannot. Not let there be light. That's
So one of the biggest flaws that I would say for girls to be aware of in friendships is jealousy. Jealousy is an evil, evil, cruel thing, and people will pretend to be your friends, or they really were your friend at one point, but it might be insecurities that they're dealing with, and that you actually might be strong in that, and then jealousy comes up and out, and it's not handled correctly, where you might end up getting hurt. So always be aware and making sure to have open communication and being honest, like Naomi had brought up earlier. That will help prevent it, or at least detect it early on. But you still have to be mindful that that can happen, and if it does, it's just gotta go. That's all I gotta say.
Can I add?
I feel like she dropped the mic. That was like a mic drop moment.
Can I add to that
Yeah, go ahead.
about the jealousy? So like, and also like, if you're a jealous person, like, and you see that you are being jealous of your friend, assess that within yourself, and then be honest with them. Like, because a lot of people don't realize they're jealous until you tell them that, oh, you jealous? Like, so, if you sense yourself as a friend, like, oh wow, Naomi's wearing all black. I don't have black. What? Dang, wow. You go, oh wait, why does that matter? Or you can like, Naomi, where did you get your black from? I'm starting to feel some type of way because I don't have no black. Like you have to be mindful of like yourself, and that's very important because some people don't know they're jealous. So if you sense jealousy in one of your friends, find a way to word it. Like, hey, I notice every time I wear black, you act some type of way. Is everything okay? Like, you can phrase it to where you can kind of let them see like your actions are giving off jealousy, and then that way they can kind of I didn't notice that, Naomi. I'm so sorry. Well, I don't have black. Like, where you get your black from? Like, you can easily like maneuver the situation because they could still be a good friend, but just battling with jealousy because they're not aware that they're jealous. So just want to throw it in there.
Alrighty, and I think my last advice would probably be for anybody who struggles to open up, because I'm speaking from my own experiences with this one. But when you're going into a friendship, right, and you're noticing that you're connecting with people and you're like bonding and you're getting closer, one of the things that causes there to be problems, and like I said before, you're supposed to grow in a friendship, and this can cause you to be stagnant, is when you choose not to open up. You can't be like a wall. You can't be a brick wall. You can't act nonchalant, like things don't bother you, or you're fine all the time, because that's not the case. And I've learned from my past experiences that it helps so much when you just get whatever courage you need to get it together, to just bring it to that person and say, hey, what you said made me mad, it made me sad, it made me irritated, it bothered me, it didn't sit right with me. If you just find the courage to just be honest, again, like one of my pointers of having a friendship, like be honest and open up about what is bothering you, or just honestly like what's going on in your life that's causing you to be anxious, or even like very sad or depressed, or like down in the dumps. Be open with your friends, because sometimes, and I'm guilty of this myself, I'll just be like, why does so and so have an attitude, or like what's going on with her, whatever. But if you don't open up and you don't let your friends know, because it's not your other friends' responsibilities to ask questions and to interrogate you. You know, at the end of the day, theoretically, we're all like, I don't know who's watching this, but like teenagers and like young adults, we're all pretty much adults at this point. So it's our responsibility to open up with all those other people that's in our lives, to let them know not always everything, but just let them know like, hey, I'm really going through it right now. So that way, like if certain things happen or certain things aren't happening, we at least know as friends, like, okay, let me check up on her, or let me check up on him, or oh, she's a little snappy today, but I'm gonna let it slide because she's going through XYZ. Like just things like that, that friends should be able to communicate with each other. So opening up is definitely a big one. And then I have one tiny other one. And again, this is from past experience. It's doing too much. Like I feel like when I was younger, I always did too much. Like, oh, it's my friend's birthday, let me get her a gift. Oh, it's this, let me do this. And it's just, I realized over time I was the only one doing it. So it just like comes to a point where you have to either be like, okay, are these the friends that are on my level, or do I need to scoot and just evolve more and find better elevated conscious friends? And most of the time it's the latter. So just taking that into mind, don't do too much. And if you notice that you are, reassess and rethink your decisions. All right, thank you ladies for that. All right, so we have finished talking about our 3 topic questions, which actually went really well. So I loved all the things that we brought to the table. So now we're kind of going to do our quick 30 game, and it's pretty much like a rapid fire. So because I have the questions, clearly it won't be me answering the questions this live around. So I don't know if we want to like nominate somebody or someone wants to volunteer, but whoever it is, I'll ask you a couple of questions and you can only use one word to answer that question. So who's it going to be? Monique, Destiny, or Esther?
I volunteer as tribute.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, before you start though, I just want to make this observation that look at the dynamic here. Destiny and I are on the same color palette. Mo and they are on the same color palette.
I
And we
noticed
didn't
that.
even plan this.
That too. That's so funny.
We're in sync.
Of course Esther would notice that. All right, so I found these random questions, so I'm just gonna ask away, I guess. Okay. Ready?
You said one word, right?
Yes, only one word.
Okay.
What is your favorite month?
September.
What is your favorite season?
Fall.
What is your favorite animal?
Dolphin.
What is your favorite color?
Purple.
What is your favorite food?
Cauliflower.
Jamaican?
It's cauliflower.
It's Jamaican. Oh, you guys can't hear me, can you?
No,
Yeah,
we couldn't.
you're lagging out. Okay. What is your favorite word? Are you thinking or are you lagging?
It's probably etiquette.
It's that we chose the wrong person to do this rapid fire with.
I know! It's so bad. I'm so sorry.
What did you say?
I said Jamaican, though. Jamaican!
No, I said what? Huh?
You said what?
I said, what's your favorite word, not food?
Oh.
Word.
I don't know. Classy.
Okay.
I was close.
What word do you hate hearing?
Doodle.
Yo, I can't.
Oh, this was great.
What is your go-to pastime?
I don't know. Watching movies at the movie theater.
Okay. What is your favorite dessert?
Tiramisu.
I knew it. And lastly, what is your favorite store?
I know it's supposed to be
What?
Estarina's Closet.
All right, I'll let it slide.
I know
Because
that's
half
right.
of that stuff is custom made anyway, so I guess. All right, thank you, Esther, for playing our quick 30 game. Next time I have to
Thank
come
you.
up with like better rapid fire questions. All right.
Those were good
Moni.
though. Those were
Yeah,
good.
those were good. Those were really
Okay.
good,
All
man.
right, good.
Yeah.
Mo, we don't have any questions from the viewers, correct?
I don't see anything, no.
Okay, just making sure. All right, so this kind of brings us to the close of our live stream, which is perfect because I think we're like on schedule with our time, guys. This is looking good. We did
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
So I'll let one of the other ladies close out, but before I do that, I do want to just leave everybody with a quote. And this quote is, "My best friend is the one who brings out the best in me," by Henry Ford. So that's all I have to say, and then I'll let the other ladies help close out.
Okay. Monique, you said you wanted a break from hosting, so I'll be the closeout person. We just wanted to thank you all for coming and stopping by our first live. Look forward to a live every month until you see us at convention.
Mm-hmm.
The next live will be sent to you guys via email, and we will also post it via social media as well. We decided to do it quick and just kind of pop up and what have you, just to say hi to you guys. And we're super excited about the things we have in store. Look forward to more from us. And again, we'll see you guys next month. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. Not YouTube. We might have a YouTube channel coming soon, but check us out on Instagram at the Girls Talk Pod _ on Instagram, and we'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.